up, good people?
What's up?
Oh man, another Sunday.
Another Sunday, busy Sunday,
Facts.
action-packed Sunday, action-packed Sunday. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us before, obviously, the Super Bowl, but women's college hoops. I mean, I know that it's already started, but it's action-packed today.
That's a fact. That is a fact. We're also in the thick of winter, so hoping everybody's staying healthy. And trying to stay ahead of the weather.
Yeah.
Just some advice to give to y'all, because I know our mainstream media does not do a good job. But please, elderberry syrup, excellent. Oil of oregano, another excellent. Black seed cumin oil, get it in your life. Okay, y'all got respiratory steams y'all could do. We got a lot of things, a lot of home remedies that you can do to kind of keep yourself protected. Again, if you've been on here before, you know that I am a health enthusiast, and I just try to give the people some information, because it's getting crazy. I'm seeing a lot of people with the flu, seeing kids with RSV. So please make sure you protecting your neck. Make sure y'all wearing the scarves
And your ears.
and your ears.
Yeah.
Look,
I had a.
come on.
Yeah, I didn't know I had 2 ear infections in both ears. Found out this week. My head was on fire. My ear was on fire. So, protect your ears. Protect your ears. Wear hats.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I'm not wearing my typical AirPods. Taking a break off these eardrums for a little bit.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, just stay healthy, y'all. Preventative medicine is the best medicine. So just keep that right. And yeah, welcome. We are 21 Titles. I am your host, Wellness Brit, and this is my co-host,
Shantae.
And essentially, we're a consultancy firm that does a lot of background work with the development personally and professionally for the student athlete. So we're really big on that. Both of us are former athletes ourselves. We both played collegiate basketball. Shantae, D2. I played D1. I also played professionally overseas. So this is really near and dear to our heart. Every week we come on these platforms and do this weekly recap as a free offering to the community, just to keep us in the know about what's going on beyond the court. Mostly, we've started this weekly recap over damn near 2 years ago, going on 3 years this year in August, because we just felt like these were courageous conversations that we needed to have, that we did not see other people having. So like, tuning into the business of sports. Again, we talk about NIL. Shantae is an IP attorney. So this is her wheelhouse, intellectual property. We are advocating for student athletes to, take a hold of their IP and use it to their advantage, since they can now monetize that. So come along with us for the ride over this next hour before the games really kind of get started, and we're going to kind of discuss all those topics that I just mentioned, women's hoops, NIL, tech, and then we're going to finish it off with a little bit of culture, because y'all know we are the culture. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Ton of games today. I don't know who's playing right now at 12. Can you pull up? Yeah, that's help. So yeah, UConn.
Yep.
Versus Providence. I have no doubt that UConn is gonna probably smack Providence. I'm gonna be honest. They're gonna smack Providence today. But what I did want to bring up, because it's funny, because I had an offline conversation with Brittany last week about Paige. We know that obviously Paige is allegedly going out number one in the 2025 draft in April. And before this week, I mean, UConn plays Tennessee this week. We could talk a little bit about it, but she was extremely quiet. And I was like, yo, I haven't heard nothing about Paige in a hot little minute. Like, what's going on? Um, I think she looked too lax against Tennessee. Shouts to Tennessee. Tennessee beat UConn. They have a long-standing rivalry. Um, and that's the first time Paige actually had the opportunity to play in Tennessee because they were supposed to come play at UConn, but Gino made it so that she had the opportunity to play in Tennessee before her college career ended, which I thought was dope. I want to give a shout to Tennessee because, like I was about to say, they showed up. They've been showing up all season. I like their team. They're a scrappy team. They play defense. I love the pace that they play at because it makes a lot of teams uncomfortable. Obviously, a lot of teams want to settle into their offense. They want to disrupt you very early on. They on your behind so that you don't make it past half court.
Right.
But yeah, I think that Paige a little too lax for me. I need a killer instant pop out. I have not seen that. There's a lot of players, and shouts to Nick Andre because I saw his tweet this week about some players, showing up bigger than Paige, and I agree. And I know that's your girl, and we could talk about it.
She is my girl, but
and I want to share the video because Gino talked about her performance against Tennessee. But go ahead, he was about to talk about it.
Look here, y'all know I've been advocating for Paige for the past 2 years, right? Even before that, but she's definitely. I tweeted this too. I should have pulled the tweet up, but for her to be the projected number one pick, she been coasting. I don't know, like, what she's doing, but, like, girl, half the season's over. We need to see you get in your bag. Like, I need to see the Paige before the injury. Before the knee injury, her sophomore year, I need to see that Paige. That Paige that came in on top. Like, she has to get it going. Okay? Like, Sarah Strong can't be the best player on the team right now. Like, she cannot be. She has to be a complementary player to you. Like, come on, girl. We need you to step up. Like, if UConn is going to make a run in the tournament, it has to be because Paige is putting her foot on the gas. Like, come on, girl. We want to see you get in your bag. And she's more than capable of it. So it's like, what's going on? I mean, you even see Gino express.
She want the ball all the time, but when they trap her, she don't want the ball. So I know a lot of people don't like Gino, but I can respect his honesty. Not only when it comes to his players, but also when he's playing against, other teams. He keeps it a buck for the most part. So yeah, I've been expressing that offline that I haven't been
very happy. Shantae hasn't been very happy at all. She's been telling me. She's been giving me an earful. Okay?
Yeah, it's just,
she's a tough critic, y'all.
She could bring more. You know what I mean? She could bring more. So I'm not watching the game right now. I will be catching the highlights after this live. And hopefully she's stepping up today against Providence. So yeah, and then we got South Carolina versus Texas. That should be a good game. That should be a goodie. What's the big girl on Texas? Old Acre. I like her.
Mm-hmm.
I like Old Acre. I think
She don't take no BS, yo. Like
None. And that's a big body, and she likes to move. She's
Yes.
not lazy. She's diving on the floor. She's diving in the stands. She takes up a lot of space. It's just a great addition for Texas. So I'm liking that matchup, wondering who is going to be guarding Old Acre today.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
go ahead.
I just need to see Madison Booker play today, because the first matchup when they played South Carolina was not good. She did not perform well. So I'm looking for her to kind of redeem herself and, come out blazing. Also, Rory Harmon. Can we see, like, I know you a floor general, but we got to see you score too. Like, I want to see her take more shots. Like, she has a jump shot and she don't take jump shots, which is insane to me, because at the next level they want to see that you can hit open shots, so come on, Rory. South Carolina, they always gonna bring it. Like, I feel like Chloe Kitts, Tahina, Raven, they gonna bring it today, so that should be a good game.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Another game I'm looking forward to is Notre Dame in California. I just have not been able to sit through a California game yet, like to watch a full California game. So this would be like kind of my first time being exposed to them. We already know what Notre Dame is going to bring today. Yeah.
Something that a lot of people don't know right now, California, they have they're calling them the Splash Sisters, because they have two ladies on their team that are in the top 10 in the NCAA in 3-point field goals made. So they got two dynamic shooters on their team. They're both international players as well. So I don't know. I can't pronounce their names. But I'm just letting y'all know there's a dynamic duo on California that they're calling the Splash Sisters. Maybe they make some noise today against
Yeah, you
Notre
just
Dame.
put me on. I didn't know that. So I'll definitely be tuned in for that. There's a lot of games coming on at 2:00. I wish they was a little bit more spaced out so that I could see everything. But
right.
We got Duke, Miami, North Carolina, Clemson, NC State, Florida State. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game.
That's the game that I want to see. Okay. A lot of people have been sleeping on Tanaya Latson, and I don't know why.
Again, shouts to Nick Andre.
Facts. He is a Florida State aficionado.
Yeah.
Men or women's side.
Yeah,
he can break it down, okay? But he been screaming about Tanaya Latson for the last year, since I followed him. But she's pretty good, dog. And she's only a junior, so she got one more year. Come on, y'all. Get in tune.
Right.
NC State with their guards. I'm ready to see Isaiah James. What you gonna do? Sanaya Rivers, Zoe Brooks. That should be a really good game. I think Florida State got enough to make an upset.
They can.
So I'm gonna say that upset by Florida State.
I agree with that. And a ton of other games. I mean,
yeah,
the other game I did want to bring up, and shouts to Jody because she also brought it up in the chat, is the LSU Tennessee game. That is gonna be a great matchup.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee's gonna pull a lot of people's cards in the tournament this year. If you can't handle the ball, you're gonna have a problem with them. I'm gonna be honest. If you don't got strong guards, you're gonna have a problem with Tennessee. You're gonna have a problem.
It's a fact.
Do they close out games well? Not really. But they will run it up on you. They want to jump on you. They want to pounce on you. They want to make you frazzled. And so I think that is going to be a great game to watch. And so, yeah, a lot of hoops today.
Let me
From
tell
12
y'all.
until like 6.
Let me tell y'all. Tennessee, Kim Caldwell, she's trying to restore the feeling.
Oh, she is. Don't listen. She's restoring the feeling. She is at Tennessee. Them girls want to play for her. They are tough. They want to win. And like I said earlier, they are scrappy. I really like them. Go ahead. I didn't know if you was about to say
and
something.
Let me just say this. Hopefully this happens this year before they get there. But I cannot wait until the Paldo twins.
Then you got them coming.
Right.
You know, like
to be quite honest, I can't wait to have the conversation with their father, DJ Paldo, because he's in essence a visionary. Like, he set his vision for what he wanted his daughters to do. Like, remind y'all, they're the first high school athletes to sign a Puma deal. Okay? In high school, when NIL first kind of broke. Right? And they're products of New Jersey. I shout out to Essence Carson, my former teammate, because she's the one that put me on to them. Because they're from New Jersey. Essence is from Patterson. So it's only right that she kind of champions other people from Jersey. And they're doing some work right now at Morris Catholic. Okay? So just keep them on your radar, y'all.
Yeah.
The Paldo twins, Mia and Maya Paldo. They're going to be there next year. And they're going to be a lot of fun to watch.
They are.
So excited about that.
Yes. Moving on to business of sports news. Maverick Carter, really close companion and friend of LeBron James. We've spoken about Maverick Carter before because he's in a lot of business deals, obviously with LeBron, with their production company and all this other stuff. If you don't know, last week or so, he announced that he was interested in starting an international league. And, they've been going around asking, reporters have been going around asking for people's opinions as to whether certain people would, maybe want to play in an international league. And one of those people was Rich Kleiman, which is Kevin Durant's manager. And he said that, Kevin Durant may be interested and that it would, potentially present as a great opportunity for older players that may want to continue to play, but not with such a rigorous schedule in comparison to like NBA basketball. They may be interested in this alternative. But what I thought was dope was Maverick Carter referencing Unrivaled. See, now we're here, right? The alternatives that they want to present to these players is really dope. And I just thought it was really fire how one of his reference points was Unrivaled. And, just seeing how they are building over there has sparked, motivations behind him wanting to create an international league. And so, yeah, I just thought it was interesting. I'm very interested in seeing this come together. Definitely is not something that's going to happen overnight, but as these players get older, they want to spend more time with their family. They again don't want such a rigorous schedule. 82 games a year is a ton, and Kevin Durant's damn near 40. I mean, we're damn near 40. He may still want to hoop. He may still want to play, but I don't want to play 82 games. Like I don't want to play 82 games.
Right. I don't think people realize how taxing that is on the body. Like, we played in college, playing 30 games in a season. It's a lot. Okay? Like, you're exhausted. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You're exhausted after the season. Like, that's why hella important for you to at least rest and take like 2 weeks to rest after the season and then get back into, your regimen, because the wear and tear on the body is insane. So I can see why this would be an alternative for Kevin Durant, because he's still talented enough to continue to play, right? I believe, but
yeah,
he's just older. He don't want to be banging and having to compete against younger bodies.
yeah, yeah.
And then like overseas, dudes on teams overseas be playing to their 50, yo. Like when I played overseas, I had 2 women on my team that were 40 plus, like still playing. So that's normal over there. It's not. I don't think it's something normal over here though.
Yeah.
And also too, since we mentioned Unrivaled, I just want to say Luna Owls still undefeated.
Still undefeated. Real close game, but just it's crazy. It's crazy.
Fee.
Yeah.
Fee.
Had like
what are you doing?
38 piece. Something crazy. Like 37, 38, or 38 and 15 or something. Something nuts like that. And I was like, all right, yo. Enough. All right, girl.
Yo, I cannot wait to see Fee next year. Like Fee next year in the W.
A real problem. And can we honestly, watching Stewie and Fee play against each other, flashbacks, and then Stewie was missing shots. I was like, yo, it's giving the finals, girl. Come on now.
Yeah. And then also too, this I just wanted to highlight this because I seen some bashing going on, and I just want to say this because people on Twitter that don't really have no significance, but I just want to say, yesterday the first game was canceled. This is a first, right? The Vinyls and Laces game was canceled, so they moved the Luna Owls missed game up, and they play first. But this is what they did after the game to compensate for them canceling the game. Unrivaled did a fan autograph session after the Miss Owls game. They also gave out free food vouchers, and they let the fans mingle with the players after the game, which I thought that was a great kind of compromise to them having to cancel the game because of injuries and stuff like that. So just wanted to give a shout out to Unrivaled. Also shout out to our girl Marissa Flagg.
Yo. That's a big. We gotta get Marissa back on the show. On the show.
Yes. Come on,
Marissa gotta come back on the show. She went on Unrivaled now. Big time. I mean, you've been big time, sis. But you took it to another level. Okay, and we gotta have you on the show.
That's a fact.
No, congratulations to Marissa Flagg. Get in a position with Unrivaled. I'm sure she's gonna provide a ton of value to Unrivaled. So can't wait to see just what she provides to continue to grow this league. So amazing.
Yes, when I seen that post, smile went from ear to ear. I'm like, oh, so y'all gotta know we interviewed Marissa when she was the player relations point at OTE. Mm-hmm. She was at OTE Elite, Overtime Elite, as the player relations person, and now she's at Unrivaled doing something similar. But it's just beautiful to see her navigate from college coach to getting into startups and to kind of just bringing that real energy. Like, I know Marissa going in there and bringing that Queens. She bringing the New York. Come on. Like, I love it. So we just had to give her a shout out.
Yeah, shouts to Marissa. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to talk to her soon. We had a question in the chat. Don't y'all know some sports events are susceptible to be fixed? You mean like improved? What do you mean by fixed?
Right.
But moving on until we get that answer. As you can see, like our background today is Asia Wilson because she
Yes.
had a big week. We got a preview of her sneaker,
Yes.
her first signature Nike sneaker, A1 sneaker
Yeah.
with the pink aura colorway that's about to drop in May. I honestly love how Nike has been the whole rollout for Asia, chef's kiss. Okay.
Facts.
I love it. I love everything about it. Um, this has taken 2 years. It's been 2 years in the making for everything. And I think that they're executing really well from like months ago, like um, showing the logo, then a few months later, signing the extension with Nike
Right.
for an undisclosed amount. All we know is that it was the biggest. It
Mm-hmm.
was the biggest. Then she goes on Instagram in a jet, in a private jet with the logo on it. So like everything has been on point. I love the sneaker. I think it looks fire. I love how they, like on the left side of the photo that you have up, it just describes everything. And that's another thing they've been doing consistently throughout, is breaking down the logo. They had the same kind of scribble, like writing on all of the things in which they've been creating
Mm-hmm.
and explaining the significance behind different pieces of what they have been creating. I think that makes for a better connection with the consumer. So I think that they've been executing well with that as well. But the sneakers fire. We saw Bam put them on the other night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Debuting them joints in the NBA, and you saw Josh Hart talking about, I need a pair. A lot of people talk about they need a pair. It's gonna come in different colorways.
Look here. The same energy that I seen for the Sabrinas, I better get that same energy for the Nike A1s.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm talking about the male,
I think
the
so.
NBA players too. Y'all better be playing, balling with these. I want to see it.
They look comfy.
Come on, what you need to know. I got some facts. Here we go. The Nike A1 signature basketball shoe is designed to deliver the comfort and versatility required by one of the greatest players in the world, offering Asia Wilson, other elite athletes, and fans of the game an optimal combination of cushioning, traction, fit, and support. Number 2, personalized design details recall Wilson's family history and carry forward the vibrancy and unapologetic realness central to her style. Okay? Accompanying the silhouette are a signature apparel collection for adults and kids that offers a bold, refined aesthetic and an A1 calm slide. She got her own slides, okay, too, in this collection. If you don't know, slides are also sandals, y'all. And then this is coming out in May 2025. Retail price $110. What we doing, y'all?
I mean, that's right on point. I think their first game will be against the Liberty on May 17th. So it's, again, the execution, the timing of it all is going to be fire. Make sure you cop. She's also going to be dropping more in her apparel collection, like Brittany said. She's also dropping slides, aka flip-flops. I have no doubt everybody's going to show up and show out, but this is a great showing of just how the sneaker looks. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I like the design. I mean, they are aesthetically pleasing to look at. So I can't wait to see the other colorways.
I saw black on her story the other day. She was showing how she was posting throughout the last several months, but she was like, I had to clip my feet in this picture because I had the sneakers on.
Yeah.
But in one of the pictures, you see the black colorway. Looks fire. So more colorways gonna be dropping. It's just, I like the behind the scenes that we're getting, right?
And two, like Shantae said, just to kind of echo the same sentiments, like Ariel Chambers did an excellent thread about the A1s. So like we have people in the media who are also contributing to the marketing. Like it's a 7-tweet thread going, like you see the picture at the left. There's multiple pictures like this on the thread that kind of gives you more insight as to what went into the design. So again, show up and show out. I love it.
Yes, love that. Next, I just thought it was important to talk about, if you're like new to women's basketball, just basketball in general, just the free agency. We had a conversation about this last week. Obviously, this has been a big conversation on all social media platforms. It's been a lot of trades happening within the last few weeks. And yeah, like this heading said, a lot of these women are going to be free agents next year, and a lot of these players are looking for one year deal contracts, really because of the CBA, right? If you don't know, the CBA, the WNBPA opted out of the current CBA that's scheduled to end, I believe, at the end of 2025. And so with that in mind, and then the $2.2 billion TV deal, all of that taken into consideration can increase the amount that these women are getting paid. And so they're signing for a year because they got to scope out. They got to see what is hitting for once the new CBA and what's negotiated gets put in place in writing. But I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. So, right now, the contracts of players are anywhere between $64,000 to $250,000 per year. But because of the TV rights deal and potentially the CBA, we may see for the first time a player damn near reaching $1 million contract. Is it a stretch? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. It's all about what's negotiated, and then we'll see from there. But I wanted to explain why a lot of the players that are being traded are signing for 1-year deals. They're signing for 1 year because of the TV rights deal and then the CBA. So, which also plays a part in these current college hoopers determining, do I want to come out this year or do I want to wait until the 2026 year? Because if you come out in this year, you may be held in your rookie contract, which may look a little different in comparison to you coming in 2026, and the dust has settled from the CBA and then the TV rights deal, and you actually may be getting more money because of that, even as a rookie. So it is a tactical game. It's a wait, like we're waiting to see how all of this pans out. But I'm also wondering if even the college players are considering these things when they're determining whether they want to stay another year or if they want to leave.
Yeah, I mean, you hit everything on the head.
Yeah, I don't know.
They waiting it out for more money.
And I ain't mad at them because it's time, right? It's about that time. We're finally here. I still think, and I believe I can speak for Brittany when I say that the $2.2 billion TV deal was low. But it will help. It will help increase the amount of money that these players are getting paid. So we'll take it. Hopefully there'll be a reevaluation in another 2 to 3 years to increase that.
Yeah.
That's why viewership is important. You subscribing and watching is important. But yeah, I just wanted to explain that. That is why we're seeing those 1-year deals. And what I forgot to mention, or I think is further down, is Lauren Betts. And I guess we can go to that since we just was mentioning whether these players are trying to, they're trying to determine whether they want to leave or they want to stay an additional year. And we got Lauren Betts. Lauren Betts declared this week that she will be staying another year at UCLA. Shouts to Lauren Bett. She's having a hell of a season. You see those numbers.
Woo!
You see those numbers. Now, well, I got a little bone to pick with Tara Vanderveer.
Okay.
She's no
Yeah.
longer here. You know,
Yeah.
shouts to Tara, OG. Wanted to go to the coaching, college coaching. I'm not a huge Stanford fan. I'm gonna be honest, um, but I do respect it. But I can't get over the fact that if we were to pull up Lauren Bett's stats in her first year at Stanford,
Yeah.
she didn't play like I remember. Look, it may have been last season when we talked about this, but didn't play. I still don't understand that. You had Kiki Ariaf and you had Cameron Brink, and then you had Lauren Betts. That is
Yeah.
all three of them on
Yeah.
Stanford. So I don't understand. I think this was a great move, obviously, for Lauren Betts to leave and go to UCLA. She's thriving, having a hell of a season. Arguably the player of the year. She's in that conversation with Hannah Hidalgo. She's in that conversation. But she mentioned this week she's going to stay another year. Her sister is on the way next year. Okay, she's a 6'4" forward. She's going to bring a ton of value to UCLA. She made it clear if they don't, the goal is to win a national championship this year. If they don't, she's like, well, we're going to get it next year. That is what we're going to get it next year. She also mentioned, why would I leave? I have great coaches. I'm getting spoiled. They take great care of me. Why would I go? I'm not beasting to leave this.
Right.
I'm not, and I want to play with my sister. Why would I leave? But further down the line, because of what we just talked about with the CBA and the TV rights deal, Shorty may be getting way more money coming in as a rookie. So it can all work out, right? Like this is an example of what I mean by like just weighing things.
Yes. Weighing the several options that you have. That's what she's doing. I mean, who wouldn't want to play with their sibling? Like,
right.
Like she's playing, she gonna play with her sister. Like her sister is also, isn't she a Gatorade Player of the Year or something like that?
Oh, she may be. She's top ranked in the country. Yeah. I don't know what number, but she's up there. Like her mom, their parents. Good job. I know y'all happy. I know y'all are happy.
That's a fact. Yo, you know what? Because I love this, right? Like when siblings are in the same leagues, I imagine essentially that they'll both get to the WNBA and the mom and dad will get a chance to wear those jerseys that's half and half. Yeah. Like the half jersey. Yeah. I love it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Lauren. Mm-hmm. Right now, UCLA is a Final Four team.
Yeah, no, they are. Without a doubt.
Right now.
Without a doubt.
And
they are a Final Four team.
How did Tara fumble this bag?
I don't know. Like, I really want to get to the bottom of that.
I want to ask Tara at some point, like, what happened? Or even ask Lauren, like, what happened? What was your experience at Stanford?
Yeah, and maybe it just wasn't a good fit. I feel like, and don't quote me, I feel like she mentioned something about it, just like the fitting, and that's important too. Mm-hmm. But this is an example of when the transfer portal goes right. When it goes right. Mm-hmm. The whole UCLA team, for the most part, other than Kiki, London.
Yeah, they got Janiyah. That's a transfer.
A lot of good pickups.
Tamia Gardner from Oregon State. That was that
was a great pickup.
Facts.
Like
Corey Chambers, she over there working, okay?
Come on. I think that this is one of the instances in which the transfer portal has worked out for a team. And just wanted to give a shout out to Lauren Betts. Interested to hear who y'all think is the player of the year as of right now.
Right.
Right now, I probably would have to give it to Hannah. I would probably give it to Hannah Hidalgo of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'll probably say that. And
But
Lauren's like a
Lauren,
close runner up. But
she's doing so well this year, man. Like, doing
yeah.
so well. So, shouts to them two young ladies. And we're gonna move on to Pat Riley. So
Ooh,
we saw a lot
yeah.
about Pat Riley this week. You know, I saw something about he was crying.
Really?
Well, what's the name left Miami?
Jimmy?
Yeah, it popped up on my ESPN app this week. I sent it to somebody.
A owner crying for a player?
I don't. It's alleged. And you know, I didn't open up the article. I probably should have read the article, but that popped up. It's my ESPN app, and yeah. So Pat, yo, this is the power of IP.
This is Shantae's bag right here, okay?
Period. Power of IP. I love to see this because this is a great example of just working your intellectual property. So, you know, everybody be like 3P. We have songs called 3P. We have merch, you know, that says 3P. Everybody know what a 3P is.
Right.
And that's because of Pat Riley. So obviously we have the Super Bowl tonight, Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Kansas City, if they win, this will be the third time in which they have won a Super Bowl. Yeah, well done, Pat. Facts. And so if they win tonight, this will be the third Super Bowl that they've obtained consecutively. So that is a three-peat. And so if you don't know, the three-piece saga started in the late 1980s when Pat Riley was coaching the Los Angeles Lakers, fresh off back-to-back championships in 1987 and 1988. The Lakers had their eyes on the third consecutive title. During that run, Lakers guard Byron Scott jokingly tossed out the term twee-peat. A few days later, Pat Riley, after sitting with his wife, he refined that name and came up with three-peat. But what's more interesting to me is that he didn't own three-peat, like he didn't file a trademark on three-peat. A company by the name of PDP Paperon did Pepperoni SPA, which lets me know that this is an international company. They actually applied to register three-peat with the United States trademark, the United States Trademark Patent Office. They filed that in 1988, but Pat Riley was able to purchase the trademark from them, and the company assigned their rights in the trademark to Pat Riley.
Hold on, how much did he purchase? Is
I could not find it. No, I could not find
Oh!
it. Couldn't find it. I'm like, yo, that's a great question. I really do want to know how much he paid for that, and I really wonder if that company is pissed off.
Yeah.
If they pissed because of just the amount of money that Pat Riley has been able to accumulate off of just this name. And so after that, well, now Pat Riley owns a number of trademarks for variations of the three-peat phrase. He has three-peat with the, the whole name together. And then he has the number 3 and then Pete. And then he has three-peat as two words. And these marks cover anything from clothing apparel to book bags with mugs, trading cards, jewelry, everything. He has that. And so now, wait, I want to say this too. Riley's trademarks have been nothing but net when it comes to cashing in.
Jesus.
Riley reportedly made $300,000 in royalties when Michael Jordan's Bulls won their first three-peat in 1997. He cashed in again when the Bulls did it in 1998, when the Yankees three-peated in 2000, and when his own Lakers, led by Shaq and Kobe, pulled off their own three-peat in 2002. Woo! And now, with the Chiefs on the verge of making NFL history, Riley is again in line for another payday. And how he's in line for another payday is because he is going to license or provide a license to the NFL so that they can create around the word three-peat
For the Kansas City Chiefs.
For the Kansas City Chiefs. If the Kansas City Chiefs win tonight, there will be merch and other things that have 3P along with Kansas City Chiefs together. NFL will be paying a bag to Pat Riley to utilize 3P just for that purpose. So Pat Riley, this is a great example of letting your IP do the work. You want to talk about passive income, then this is what that is. You don't have to do anything. This man came up with a term, 3P, filed a trademark application. Don't gotta do nothing else. Or you want to use it, I'll give you a license. You're gonna have to pay me to use it in the ways you want to use it. And I'm gonna just keep collecting this money every single time for the rest of my life. I'm gonna keep collecting money on this phrase.
Yo, first and foremost, I'm about to give away my age. Okay? He did this trademark in 1988. That is the year I was born, okay? And he done cashed out how many times already?
At least at minimum 5. And those were only the ones we just like mentioned. Ain't no real telling because there's so many different sports, right? That's another thing.
Goodness.
It don't even have to be a sport.
Facts.
3P can be used for different things in different ways. I'm just talking about the ways in which it's been used within sports. But if you got a 3P on the way, you're gonna ask to use that if you want to put it on merch or anything else, and you're gonna have to pay. And I wonder how much Pat Riley is getting paid by the NFL.
Right.
Or like royalty setups for every shirt sold, for every mug sold, for every cup sold, for every hat sold. Yeah. I need
a little piece. Come
on.
That's the Kevin O'Leary play right there.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. Mr. Wonderful be like, nah, I need $1 here. I need a couple cents here. If you watch Shark Tank, you know who we talking about. But
Lord.
Pat Riley, this is just a good example of how trademarks can work for you, how licensing really is where the money is at. Licensing is where the money's at. You do the hard work in the beginning, and after that, your product could just do what it does, right? It's a plug and play after that, literally. You find a consumer that needs it, you find a customer that needs it, you find a market that needs your product or service, and after that, it's smooth sailing. Brittany and I talk about this all the time, but like Word and you got Excel, you have Microsoft, you have Microsoft Word, you have Microsoft Excel, you got, all these things that come in a package when you get a new computer. Yeah. They're offering you a license. You have to pay an annual fee to use this every year. That's how they get you clocked in. As soon as you get a computer, you're going to need Microsoft.
That's a fact.
Because it's used everywhere.
But you remember when we first got the computers, the Microsoft was on the computer already.
Right. And they was like, this is how we going to get them.
Yeah.
How we going to get them is we going to sell it separately. And they're going to have to request the license every year. And either you're going to pay monthly, which I don't even know if they offer that anymore. You may have to pay annually. And if, whatever. But either way, licensing.
He caking.
Pat Riley ain't got to do nothing.
And I'm going to tell y'all, players, y'all better keep your mouth shut. Byron Scott, you set that man up for
that is a good point.
You shut your mouth. That's what I got to say. Shut it. Okay?
You got an idea? You talk to your manager or your representative, and your manager or representative or agent should reach out to an attorney. That's how that works. You don't go on social media talking about, I have an idea that I think is going to change the world.
No.
Because what happens is now it's in public domain. Right. That means it's out there for everybody to see and for everybody to capture. That's a good point. You just, keep it cute. But shouts to Pat Riley. Keep it cute. But shouts to Pat Riley. As Brittany said, it's 2025. He registered this in 1988.
Jesus.
All right.
That's the play, dog.
That is the play. That's the play. But yeah, we're gonna transition to NIL/college news. But if you're tapping in with us as of right now, thank you. If you missed anything, we talked about sports news for anything about college hoops and women's basketball games that are happening now and that are to happen throughout the day. We talked about Paige Beckers and her performance against Tennessee. We talked about the NBA and Maverick Carter thinking about creating an international league for men's basketball players. We talked about Asia Wilson's first signature shoe reveal. We talked about free agency in the WNBA and why all of these free agents are signing one-year deals. We talked about Pat Riley's three-peat trademark and his portfolio. So thanks for tapping in with us this entire time. Make sure that you're following us on all social media platforms. Right there. Okay. Let us know if you find any of this information informative. We appreciate it. But moving on to college news. We already talked about Lauren. I think we should talk about Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to introduce it, Brittany?
Sure. Y'all all know how animated our good brethren is. And rightfully so, because he's in a position of power. He's leading young men. So, but this is, I think, a conversation that we always talk about when we talk about recruiting and how your team has to be on the same page as you. So Deion Sanders basically, kind of went on a rant. Criticizing parents' involvement in recruiting and NIL negotiations. So, yeah, rightfully so. I think he's the perfect person to do this, right?
No, he is. Like, he walked the walk, right? He was a player. The college ecosystem has changed from when he entered into it and now he's coaching. So he's able to see the whole evolution of this whole ecosystem,
Right.
personally and then professionally. So he's one of the greatest people you can ask their opinion on when it comes to this. And offline, Brittany and I talk about this all the time, right? From what we hear, a lot of our colleagues, our friends, are coaches. They are college coaches at D1 schools. So they are also experiencing the changes and the shifts. Not only are some players coming in and talk about what can you do for me, right? Now it's a it's a negotiation. What can you do for me? You got players, you got parents coming in talking about, okay, cool, you offering Brittany, I'm gonna use Brittany as an example, you offering Brittany $100K for the season, but since my kid, if you really want my kid to come here, if you really want Brittany to come here, not only do you got to give Brittany $100K, I'm gonna need whatever and then blank.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank with a number. It's like a blank check.
It's not even just money. They get in houses. They get in cars. They get in. It's a lot of other things.
It's a lot of things happening.
Okay, so please be mindful. So I love this. So essentially, Colorado head coach Deion Sanders discussed the issue of recruiting and entitlement during his appearance on ESPN's First Take this past Friday. Shannon Sharp, one of the co-hosts, asked the question. He said, "Is this why we see the jumping around, meaning kids entering the portal and just transferring to whatever school when they see some type of adversity, right? I'm here for a year, I'm there for a year. It seems like you said you take the bag, which might be the best situation, but they may offer the most security as far as financial." Sanders stated he pointed to the role that some parents are playing, especially in regards to negotiations about NIL, that they could be negatively impacting what's best for the recruits. Quote unquote, he says, I feel bad for these kids and some of the agents that have attached themselves to these young men. It's very unfortunate. That was part of a larger discussion about Sanders' philosophy and recruitments during the era of college athletics. While there's money involved, he hopes players don't get so distracted by that in the present that they forget about what's best in their future and the financial aspects that kind of will follow them from there. So, quote, he basically said, well, when kids come to play for me at Colorado, they come to play for me and the coaching staff that we've assembled. They hadn't come to play for money because I let them know we will maintain you. That pro contract is going to sustain you. So we're chasing that thing. Sanders continued, and I don't attract those type of kids that they're playing for a bag. I attract those type of kids that just play because they love the game. That's what I want. I don't like that other thing. That other thing has destructed a lot of things because kids nowadays are choosing a bag rather than a situation and a place that's more conducive to their success. So me and Shantae have said this multiple times when we talk about recruiting. Money plays a part now because we have NIL, but you're always supposed to go to a team where, first and foremost, you're wanted. You're actually wanted to go there, not because of the name of the university. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated, right? Secondly, like, the entitlement is really unbelievable. NIL has essentially rewarded kids for doing nothing yet. So kids are coming into the recruit and talking about how much can y'all pay me when y'all have done nothing yet. Because once you get to college, it's a clean slate. Anything that you did in high school, it does not matter anymore. It does not matter. Okay? Thirdly, a lot of y'all don't really be that good. Like, y'all think that y'all better than y'all are. Like, I'm always getting deceived when I walk into a high school gym and I see y'all on the sidelines. Y'all got your sleeves on. We ain't wearing none of that BS. Y'all got y'all sleeves on. Y'all got all the attachments on. Y'all looking real swaggy. But when it comes time for the game, y'all can't make a layup with your offhand. Y'all can't make the right pass, the right play. But these college coaches recruiting y'all asking for money. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I understand Coach Dion. And Lord knows that if I ever get into coaching or if I ever get into some type of skills development, this is the leadership style that I'm taking. Because this is the style that needs to be implemented. Stop lying to these kids. Y'all got a lot of AAU coaches out here, handlers and doing all that. It's y'all fault. Y'all have been doing these student athletes a great disservice. Y'all been clout chasing.
Your father is a mess. He said, preach the basketball gospel. Hallelujah. And Jody laughing.
But I'm saying this is serious, y'all. Like, me and Shantae grew up in a time where, like, we just worked all the time. Like, literally in the gym all day. Okay? Like, we were in the gym all day as teenagers. And even before then, before teenage years, like, we started playing together at like 10. Okay? And in the beginning, the process was really crazy because we was getting smacked out the kazoo. Teams was smacking us left and right. But you know what? We always played up. So like the team we playing as 10-year-olds playing against 12-year-olds, getting smacked. But lo and behold, by the time we get 12 and 13, we smacking everybody in the city. Because we went through that development process. I'm calling out the coaches.
And I'm calling out the parents. Because some of them not keeping it real. You're not keeping it real with your kids. It's the ecosystem. Yeah. From the coach to the parents. And, we only speaking about really one particular region because we're on the East Coast. We're from New York. So we're speaking from that aspect of New York City basketball. It is nasty right now. It's nasty. And, but yeah, no, I completely agree with what you said. Jody says some parents are now putting themselves in positions to be coaches. Right. She's right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what she said. But I believe that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no,
that is not far-fetched. It's getting out of control.
And what's crazy, too, parents, this is what I want to say. Y'all got to do your DD also, too. Y'all can't just take the coaches, whatever they say, in at face value. Who are they? Who is the coach, mind you? Where do they come from? What is their background? Like, who did you play for? Where have you coached before this? Who are the players that you've coached? Who are the players that you've gotten into college? Y'all got to ask these questions because there's a lot of frauds out here. No way. It's insane to me that people are coaching when you have had no level of experience at all on any level. So that threw me for a loop.
Yeah, no, I mirror my sentiments, mirror yours. I think more conversations need to be had about that. So yeah, I am glad that Coach Prime brought that up. He's being very honest about his takes.
Yeah.
Because while we are happy that you're speaking to two people that are very happy and very excited that college players are able to monetize their name, image, and likeness. This is something that we've been waiting for a very long time. There still will need to be a refinement period, not only with the NCAA and the institutions themselves, but with the student athletes, the coaches, and the parents, and the high school coaches. Like, it's going to be a domino effect has to happen. And we'll see that. Like, it's going to be a continuous correction period as this continues to continue. So shouts to Coach Prime for talking about that.
Thanks.
We are moving on. Now we are getting into tech news. If you don't know, there's an auction giant by the name of Christie's, and they are holding their first ever sale comprised solely of artworks made with AI, which is interesting, can be controversial because AI has been controversial for the last few years. I know on the legal side, there was a lot of conversation about whether a work that is AI created is copyrightable, right? Because a person could play a part in creating the work, like pushing the button, typing in certain things you want to see in AI. But the question is that enough for it to be a copyrightable work? So to see Christie's create an auction for AI works to be purchased is interesting and a bit controversial. But the auction is going to be titled Augmented Intelligence, aka AI, and it'll be open for bidding and on view at Christie's Manhattan Gallery from February 20th to March 5th. So if you are in New York and you want to go check out the auction or the gallery, it's going to be in Manhattan from February 20th to March 5th. And again, this is the first AI dedicated sale ever put on by a major auction house. The collection will feature over 20 AI infused artworks from a variety of prominent digital artists known for exploring the relationship between automation and human creativity. The auction redefines the relationship between art and technology, showing collectors human agency in the age of AI and fine art. Um, that is what the head of digital art sales at Christie's said. The pieces on auction will range in medium from sculpture and paintings to screens, interactive works, and digital native NFTs. Um, what was Claire's last name? Oh, it was McGuire. It was
What?
another Claire that was mentioned. I couldn't remember if that was that Claire, but it's not. But
Okay.
this is also a really big deal to see. Um,
Yeah. I
mhm.
mean, these auction houses and these institutions, they take a little bit to budge on new technology. So, especially in the art world, y'all know the art world is, Lord, they the gatekeepers.
That's another thing. Maybe that's another conversation we have for another time. But the art world is another nasty, nasty ecosystem.
Hmm. Okay, so I'm surprised to actually see this, that they
Me
are
too.
accepting AI as an art form, because you know how they do.
Yeah. So if you're in New York, check it out if you want to.
Yeah,
But yeah, just wanted to highlight Christie's for that.
right, Christie's.
But final, this is our final like major topic of this afternoon, which is culture news. Obviously we got we talk about Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti passed this week. You know,
Yeah,
major player in hip hop history. A lot of hits, a lot of hits. Innovative brain, created shows, created so many different things. Just an innovative, creative man, a very hot-headed, passionate man,
yes,
but contributed a ton to hip hop culture and culture as a whole. And he was very young. I believe he was 54.
hmm,
He had numerous health issues throughout the last several years. Um, and so I did see like his kids pen really nice like um captions on their Instagrams about their dad because he seemed like he was a great dad, just
yeah,
reading the things in which they were saying, like really beautiful things that they said about their dad. Uh so yeah, just wanted to
yeah. They had
say
to
rest
be,
in peace.
heartbroken when they found this out, because I seen that clip on Drink Champs when he was talking about, like, my kids ain't even want me up here because they didn't want me consuming none of the alcohol or none of the marijuana, because they try and look out for my best interests at heart. And that's kind of why I started off the episode today with some health, like just some health, some tips for y'all to keep yourselves healthy during the cold and flu season, because honestly, Irv was too young. Like, we're seeing, like, I don't, it's really upsetting to see people passing away in their 50s, especially in the hip hop community. Like, we just keep seeing people fall,
Yeah.
and it's unsettling to see. So please
Hmm.
go get yourself checked out,
Hmm.
making sure you're doing your annual checkups. I know this system ain't ish, but still, make sure you watching, going to the doctor. Like, get your health, Get your health up. Health is really wealth, y'all. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just wanted to send thoughts and prayers to his family. Again, just highlighting just a lot of the beautiful things in which he did, like the music, the timeless music that he has made throughout the course of his life. So brilliant, creative, and thankful for all his contributions to the culture.
Facts.
Moving on to lighter news. Tonight is the Super Bowl. We got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Let us know who y'all going for in the chats.
Right. I mean, again, we got 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. Okay. I would love to see Jalen Hurts win, but something is telling me not to go against Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, it's Patrick.
Like, I ain't got no skin in this game, y'all.
Neither do I. Trust me, I don't. Jody got the Eagles.
Okay.
You know, Philly fans go hard.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Gilly. If they lose today,
Gilly he cried once he realized they was going.
Yeah, he gonna cry if they lose.
Yeah, he's gonna crash out.
Yeah,
he's gonna crash out. I think a lot of the Philly fans will crash out today.
Crash out.
But it's gonna be good. I'm here for Kendrick.
Yeah.
And SZA in particular. That's what I'm there for.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see them perform. You know, it's been a lot of conversation for months. You know, you got the Lil Wayne debacle because he wasn't chosen. Yeah. But I think it's gonna be a great show. I think that we don't know if he's gonna. The conversation has been: do you think he's gonna do "They Ain't Like Us"? And we're gonna hear that line. That line.
Yeah.
I think that there's a possibility. We heard it at the Grammys.
Right. Everybody was.
But on top of that, I'm gonna just also say that. Yeah, no, Kendrick was being strategic, taking his time, walking to the podium.
Oh, for sure.
The timing of that one-liner when he got there, you know, nothing is, you know, everything is strategic.
Everything is calculated with that man, okay?
Everything. So, will he do it tonight? Probably. But it's going to be a great show. I saw that Janet Jackson has her own residency, I think, going on because Jasmine Jones, she out there. Okay. Anywhere Janet is, Jasmine's at. Jasmine's our friend. Shouts to Jasmine. She loves Janet. So she out in Vegas right now. But I was hoping that Janet was actually going to do a pop out at the Super Bowl. If they did Poetic Justice, I think that would have been fire to have Janet kind of there to sing it. But I don't think that's going to be possible. We don't know. Don't know if Kendrick will have anybody else like appear. Obviously, we have SZA that's going to be there. So they're going to do Luther. They're going to do their joints. They're going to do a few things. So it's going to be fire. It's going to be fire.
Roman numeral 7, babe, dropping like
and you don't have a lot of time to perform. I think you got like anywhere from 7 to 8 minutes, I think, or something like that. So we may hear like really brief parts of songs and hits and.
Yeah, but he gonna go up after today. After today, y'all all gonna know who Kendrick is.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great performance. And then everybody out in NOLA, I hope that y'all are being safe. But that food out there, I gotta make it back to New Orleans. Shouts to New Orleans for being. I'm gonna be honest, they got the best food. New Orleans, if you've never been, they got the best food. The best food, and
they do.
It looks like y'all are eating well out there, and it looks like that y'all are partying well out there. And I love to see that.
Since we on food, I just wanted to show something. Okay. because I had a stupendous meal yesterday. Okay? If you are sick, I really recommend you to go get some type of authentic curry and get it hot. If you at a spot that is Thai and they say they can manipulate the spice level, get it hot. You want your nose dripping. It's going to get it out. Okay? I had a beautiful green curry yesterday. Y'all see that right there? And then these little curry puffs right here. I'm telling y'all, these right here, delicious. If you like cumin, if you like chickpea, if you like those flavors, I was in here having a ball yesterday. This was so unexpected that happened, but I just had to say it because Shantae was talking about food. Y'all know I love food, so
it looked good though.
It was busting. Okay, this is a small. And I like hole in the wall places. I don't like going to like touristy spots. Hole in the wall, authentic, family owned. Those are the key words. Okay? Authentic, family owned. This was a nice surprise yesterday, y'all. It ain't New Orleans. Okay? Because I would love to have a bowl of gumbo right now. And some beignets.
The food be good.
Okay? I have never been to New Orleans yet. That's crazy.
I gotta go once I drop. Once I drop some weight, I can really indulge while I'm there and not continue to add on.
Right.
Yeah, no. They got the best food. The energy is amazing. So it's gonna be a great time.
Great
keep
time.
It safe. But
yeah, everybody keep it safe. Don't go to the places that you don't know, because
baby.
Don't be Curious George out there. Just stick to the tourist spaces. Seriously. Like, I seen someone on Twitter, some dude was like, stay in the tourist areas.
Oh yeah, New Orleans. Ain't nothing to play with.
Stay there. Okay? But that's our show for today, y'all. Thank y'all for hopping on with us. We got about over 50 people in here. Thank y'all.
It's
for
busy
tuning
day
in
today too. So we appreciate you tapping on with us.
That's a fact. So again, follow us on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. You know, we don't bite. So hit us up.
Please do.
Next week, what's next week? Valentine's Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Happy
Valentine's Day weekend and happy Valentine's Day. We should be. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see if we'll be here. We'll let y'all know on our posts on social media. But if we don't, y'all have a beautiful weekend filled with love.
Yeah. I saw the snow. Most of us will be getting snow. Stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we'll see y'all. Yeah, make sure y'all check out these games. Like we said, the 2:00 spot is loaded. So pick your poison. All right. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Peace.
See y'all later.